Hello, everybody. Sorry, I was on mute. My name is Luz, and I'm the co-founder of the Independent Creative Hub, and I also run Scranton Films. Sorry, we're running a little late. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we are now here. Hopefully, it's a pretty good transmission. Um, anyway, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, we're just getting through some technical difficulties. But
Always
thanks
something,
everyone
right?
for joining us for another episode of Scranton Talks. My name is Desiree, and I am the co-founder of the Independent Film Creative Hub and NEPA Film Society, as well as the organizer of the Mystery Box Film Challenge. And we're very excited to bring you Scranton Talks through our social media platforms and through our Independent Creative Hub network. So make sure you sign up to our creativehub.com to stay up to date to all the local projects, connect with local filmmakers, and collaborate on projects together. This community is for you, and only you can help us make it grow and be better. So sign up today, and it's free, and it's really easy.
Yes, and I'm very, very excited today that we have a special guest with us, Josh Bidwell. He is an actor and a local actor and voiceover actor. So we're very, very happy that he is here with us today. And we're gonna show his demo reel first, so you can get an idea of what he does. And then we'll bring him into the conversation. But before that, just a quick update. We have the NEPA Film Society meetings that are going to get started soon. And one of them is the Oscar night. Desiree, do you want to talk a little bit more about that and how we're going to play some games?
Yeah, so we're going to have a very fun, since Oscars are on Sunday, we're going to have a very fun Oscar viewing party and screening, which will be virtually on March 27th. 8 o'clock when the Oscars start, you can join in. It's going to be a Zoom link, so be sure to find our event on the Independent Film Creative Hub page or the NEPA Film Society Facebook page. We just posted the Oscars bingo card. It'll just be a pretty chill, come in whenever you want, watch the Oscars with us if you have nothing to do, and it's great because you don't have to leave your house. But we're also going to make it fun, so we're going to have Oscars bingo. And you have to be at the watch party to play Oscars bingo for your chance to win a code that'll give you 1 extra month to submit your film challenge for next year. So not just 2 months, what usual deadline is, but you'll get an extra month to submit to go past the deadline that we usually have. So you have to be at the screen to play. So the first person who gets bingo will get that code.
And that's very cool because I mean, it's gonna be fun. I mean, if you show up, just make sure you have your TV on. We usually mute it, during commercials. That way we can talk about it because we don't have the rights to broadcast the Oscars, but we definitely have the rights to just have a conversation about the Oscars. So it should be pretty fun. But anyway, thank you so much again for joining. Let me get this ready, and we're gonna show the promo for Josh Bidwell, and then we'll bring him into the conversation.
Great.
Enjoy.
Sorry I was late. My car wouldn't start.
No, payroll dock you accordingly, but that's not why we're here. It's your classical music.
My music?
Yeah, you seem to be the only one who won't enter the modern age. So I mean, word got around, and it got to Hunter, who mentioned it to me. We would like it to maybe turn it down, or maybe even completely off.
But
off would probably be better. Just to avoid anything in the future. Okay.
Okay, but
we want people to avoid saying that you aren't working.
Okay.
Really, at a meeting? We're adults, for Christ's sakes. Hunter demands respect from us. He deserves respect from us.
Stay awake next time.
No, there may not be a next time, Nick. You get one shot. You get one more shot, Nick, because layoffs are coming and you're at the top of the list. Now get back to work.
Well, this party officially sucks.
Take your stinky feet off my coffee table, Sophie.
I needed a career, but I could not afford a college degree. Then I heard about the apprenticeship at IBEW 375. The IBEW NECA team gave me free training, so I had zero school debt and I've been getting paid from day one. Electricians are in high demand, and now I have a great career ahead of me. So if you're like me and you're looking for a fulfilling career, contact the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 375 today to get started.
Barry wants the blue square nouveau. Look, Barry's plan is for you to pull the fire alarm, and then I grab the painting, and then we saunter out into the confusion. It is the easiest heist we've done. Or so Barry says.
Oh, at least he's giving us another chance after that whole necklace debacle. This brilliant last-gen action-adventure game is criminally underrated. Enslaved, Odyssey to the West, explored. The game is set 150 years in the future post-apocalyptic world following a global war. It is loosely based on the Chinese novel Journey to the West, published in the 16th century during the Ming Dynasty and attributed to Wu Shangyin. You don't want to come across this schizophrenic evil villain, Professor Pig, explored. All the superheroes are known to deal with different kinds of evil villains, and Batman is no exception. One of the weirdest, most insane characters ever produced by DC Comics, Professor Pig. Dead Space franchise explained. Dead Space is one of many games in the survival horror genre in which you are trapped in a dangerous world filled with monsters, but it's evident that this is something special from the minute you're thrust into the center of the action and the heart-pounding start to the bone-chilling finale.
Remember when we went to Cannon Beach last year? And I came up behind you and I tried to kiss you on your neck? Remember? You pulled away. And that wasn't the first time. But you already had one foot out the door. And after you left, I needed to go to somebody that can help me cope. Because you weren't there. And I knew that this was coming.
Wow.
That's really
Pretty
great.
impressive, Josh. Pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Again, everyone, this is Josh Bidwell. We're very excited to have him here. He is, for ones that are just joining us, he is a local actor, and he has recently been starting to do voiceover work, which he's going to talk to us about that. We'll take it from here. I am going to ask the first question, Josh, and the first question is, how did you get started in filmmaking, and what got you interested in this art form?
Well, what got me interested was, for the longest time, I've been playing video games years and years up until now, and I always wanted to know what it was like to make them and to be in them and all that stuff. So it wasn't until later years, until maybe high school, I actually looked up how people make video games, how we see them today, and that's when I started, learning about motion capture and the stuff that they do, and I was like, this is really cool. It's something I really want to get into someday. So I was like, well, in order to get into that, I know I needed experience in acting, so I knew I had to figure out some way to do it. And being in this area wasn't really that known, at the time. So yeah, and also during that time, I was working at the movie theaters, and then the people that were working there wanted to get their own crew started in filmmaking, have their own little things going, all their projects and whatnot. And I thought, this is my ticket. I can ask to see if they need any talent, because I had very little experience because of high school and the classes that I was in, and I did a little bit of acting in those. And I told them, hey, if you need any actors, I have a little experience, but I'm willing to grow if you will have me. And they were willing to take me with open arms, and we did quite a few projects together. And it just kind of went on from there. After I did my very first scene ever, which was in the James Bond short film, I was nervous. I was really nervous because the scene was supposed to be the three of us. It looked like the three of us, but there was 7 or 8 of us in that one room. But I just went and did it, and it just felt great after doing it. And then we just did more and more projects as we went along, and then eventually I met you, Luz.
Yes, I remember that.
And then
Josh and I actually met back at Best Buy. We used to work at Best Buy together. But we'll talk more about that in a second. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, it just kind of we met at Best Buy, and you wanted to get your own stuff going, your own team going, and I told you pretty much the same thing. I was like, if you're looking, I have experience. So if you need people to be in your projects, let me know. And I think it was like what, a month or so, and then you contacted me saying that you were going to have a script read through for the movie Nick and Ophelia. And so
Right, and that's the one that we saw. That was the black and white film that we saw on the promo. Very
Yep.
cool. Well, I'm very happy to have you. I'll share my experience with Josh in a little bit. I'll let Desiree ask the next questions, which will lead to basically what we're talking about.
Yeah, so Josh, if you want to tell us about some of the short films you have worked on and your involvement with them. I know we saw like Nick and Ophelia a moment ago. I know the recent one, 8 Years with Gilda. That's new. You're an avid participant in the Mystery Box Film Challenge, and one short film you recently worked on with me that's not shown was the short film that we did for the Rain Dance short film competition, which was like a 15-second short that we had to edit down, which was great. We didn't win, but it was a fun experience. If you wanted to elaborate on any of your experiences with those films.
Yeah, and talk from the beginning about it, just that way we can see the progress that you have been doing.
Yeah, I'll elaborate on the 15-second one that we did. I mean, yeah, that was probably the shortest project I ever worked on, but it was still a lot of fun to do. I mean, it went a little out of what I'm used to doing, but we played it off, and it's like I've done that many times, like that particular role, but we just had a lot of fun doing it. It was like it was almost like free reign doing it. We improvised a lot of things, we said a lot of things, and it's too bad that we didn't win the Rain Dance Film Festival. So I was like, oh well, at least we have something.
Yeah, just to give everyone a brief clarity, the Rain Dance Film Festival had a short film competition back in February, and it was 15-second flirt. So the parameters were you had to create a short film in 15 seconds, couldn't be longer than 15 seconds, and within the theme of 15-second flirt. So I'm like, yep, definitely want to do this. So I knew I wanted Josh Bidwell to play one of the characters, as well as James Worthington, and they did such a great job, and we had a lot of fun. So it's like minutes of footage to edit it down to 15 seconds, basically. So it was like a 4-hour shoot.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun, and the cool thing about Josh that I want people to know is that you're a go-getter, right? You really love films, and you really love to hone your craft and make basically get experience doing things that maybe you are not familiar with, right? This is all because you want to do motion capture. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I'm actually getting my first class in motion capture next month, which I'm really looking forward to. So at least
that's great.
Very,
I'm
very
making
cool.
something in that field.
And what do you think? How do you think these films and all these projects that you have been involved in are going to help you with that?
I think it's going to help me a lot, as far as being confident goes.
Okay.
Because at this point, I'm used to acting in front of different people, and people that I've known for a while and people that I've just met, and I'm just go ahead and doing it because I don't know, it's just in the back of my mind, I know I have all this stuff, and they've seen me on all these things, and it's you just got to go in there with confidence now. And it's with all these scenes that we do, and all the projects that I do besides working with you guys. When I find auditions elsewhere, I just do it. It's even auditioning. I'll audition for people, and I just went ahead and did it. I auditioned for Daniel Roebuck, last year.
All right, you did,
yeah. So he's in the new Monsters movie with Rob Zombie. So knowing that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. And you really do point it out that just getting yourself accustomed to maybe how does this work, seeing the behind the scenes will really help you when you get to what you really want, which is something completely different but the same, right? And just what is the biggest difference between doing work for someone a friend, than someone that maybe, I got this through an audition and I didn't necessarily know? What goes through your mind when you're going through those projects?
Well, when I'm working with somebody that I know, I already know what it is that they're looking for,
Mhm.
and like, like for you guys, for instance, it's like you guys give me a script, you give me a part, and then like I just have that I don't know, that sense. Like I know how you guys want me to do it, what you're looking for, and whatnot. And like working with people that I've just met, it's kind of like going in there, like raw. It's just like I know what you're probably looking for, so I'm going to give that a shot. So when I'm auditioning for them, it's kind of like, I mean, for me, anyways, it's like a guessing thing. Like you have to go in there and already have it figured out. Like have some sort of idea and then just run with it, and then hopefully they take you. Sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't, but that's how auditions are. It's like they're looking for, the person like perfect for the role, and so you just gotta go in there and just like believe in yourself,
Well,
and you
that's
gotta believe in
no,
yourself a
That's
lot.
true.
that's really good. And I know, Desiree, you were gonna talk about like voiceover acting as well, because that's also something that intrigues me because it's very different.
Yeah, I wanted to because I know you brought up when we were mentioning your short films. I mean, the one we did in February, you said it was challenging for you. What was challenging about that one specifically, and any other films that you worked on? Like, what was challenging, and how did you overcome that?
For just like when I started in voice acting.
In acting, or if you want to mention what was challenging with the film we did in February, and kind of how.
Well, I mean, the only challenging part about yours was like, you know, not being myself. As being somebody who was, gay, and it's like, that's, it's somebody that I've never played before, but I wanted to give it a try because, like
Right.
I wanted to be out of my comfort zone. So I want to have like all these different things. I want to have range. So I thought, this would be a good way to get some range. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
no, and I think it's important because that's what actors do, right? They act and they get into a character, and just being able to really get themselves in the zone that you are acting and you're doing something that is going to tell a story. I think it really does help. What do you think? And I'm going to ask you one last question at the end. We're not done yet.
yeah.
But let's go through your demo reel, right?
Okay.
Let's just go through what we have. You started with me. Well, actually, you didn't start with me. You started with Ian.
Yep.
And who else was his partner that they were doing films with?
Ian. It was Ian and Dante and Rico.
Yes, yes. How was
Yeah.
that experience like? Because that's what really got you started. You're working along friends. You're doing, I think it was superhero fan films. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was mostly like fan films that we did. Like we did James Bond. That was our very first. We did James Bond. It was a short film,
Hmm.
and then later we did a Batman short film, and I played the villain in both. But
All right.
yeah,
So now
they
you're
were they were
moving
a lot
on
of fun.
from that, and then you're doing you did a feature film, then you're doing some short films. Now I see that you have done comedy, you have done horror, you have done superhero stuff. And what are the projects that you're doing now, and how did the previous projects help you develop those skills that you have now?
Well, with each project that I've done, like
Mhm.
ever since I started, I've always learned from it. So like if I made mistakes and like I can see it when I'm watching the projects later on, I know how to like prevent myself from making the same mistakes. So
Right.
it's like, if I come off like a little stale or something, like as far as reading, I mean like with the very, like the beginnings of the projects that I've done, it's like, well now I know how to sound more natural and like not robotic. So I mean, it just comes with experience. So like between doing those projects and one of the more recent ones that I've done, which was 8 years with Gilda, which was included in the reel there. Between like from that point on until this point,
Mhm.
I could see myself and like how I've evolved since then. And like with 8 years of Gilda, it's a very dramatic role, and it's a lot of back and forth, but it was a really amazing experience to work on, and like everybody there was great, like Natasha, Rich, Zach, and Tony, like all those guys are fantastic to work with.
Yeah.
It's a lot of talent, a lot of creativity was into play, and I was happy to be a part of that. And it's nice to be able to go from like one thing like superhero stuff to just like dramatic, and be able to like sell it from both aspects. So I mean, it's a really great project, and it's already being sent out to like multiple film festivals right now as we speak.
That's good.
So, I'm not sure which ones, but I know there's multiple.
Right.
But I hope everyone that watches it enjoys it. I hope when you guys see it, when everyone that's watching sees it, I hope that you guys enjoy it. And I love feedback. So I mean, when you see it, let me know what you think. And
I mean, the clip itself that we watched, it was really good to me. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, definitely. I'll let Desiree ask you a couple more questions, and then I'll ask my questions. That way we can see if anybody has on the audience has any comments. So I'll check on that in the meantime. And I do want to apologize for the crackling noise. Not sure where it's coming from. Not sure if you can hear it. But I don't know if it's Facebook that had some technical difficulties. But we'll clean up the audio and we'll post it up to our social media. But anyway, Desiree, go right ahead.
Yeah, Josh, we know that you've been doing a lot of voiceover work recently. If you wanted to touch on how that experience has been like, and what's the difference between preparing for a voiceover role and an regular like acting in a film role?
I mean, they're both very different, but they have like the same principles. It's like when you're auditioning to be in front of the camera, you're bringing yourself. You got to show them what you got, and and see if you are what they're looking for. For voice acting, it's like the room with just your voice, and you want to be able to hone that voice to the way you see fit for whatever character it may be, and see if they like what they hear instead of what they see. So when I first got into like voice acting, like I wanted to learn all different fields, not just acting, but I wanted to do like voice acting, and then soon I'll be getting into motion capture. Like I'm getting like all this, but like for voice acting, like I've basically how I found to be in voice acting was these groups that I found in Facebook, and I just so happened to find a group that was being run by Victoria Atkin, who's best known to be in one of the Assassin's Creed games, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. For those of you who know Assassin's Creed Syndicate, she plays Evie, and she's done like a whole bunch of other things, but that's probably the one that you guys will like, oh yeah, I play that game. But like she was running this like all these courses, and I thought I'd sign up and join it, see what it was all about, and like it was a lot of fun. Like they would give us assignments to do, and like there was like voices that we would have to do for different things. We would record. I would record on this, and it was homework. So like they gave us voice homework things to do, and then they would just review it during class, like everybody's project, including mine, and then that's how I found my current voice acting coach, Dino Andrade, who was if you guys know Batman Arkham Asylum. He played the Scarecrow.
Okay.
In the first one, not the third one, and I asked him about that, like why he did Scarecrow in the first one and not the third one, but he did touch base on that one.
Is that all the 3 projects that you've done, like that we showed on the demo?
I've done a few more, but I think those ones kind of like stand out more, and I just liked how it turned out, like after they finished editing and putting it all together. So I thought, that would be great to show. Like I did like those. Those are probably my top favorites. But I did a few more, but it's they're on YouTube. They're all on YouTube. They're in the YouTube channel Marvelous Videos. and they talk about like superheroes, supervillains, backstories, video games. They talk about all sorts of things, and I've done a few projects with them. And then I just recently, yesterday, I recorded for a character for a different YouTube channel. It's the Adventures of Hero Man. It's a cartoon show. It's an animated show. So that was like my first role to play as a character.
Oh wow!
And so I just did that. It was only a 2-line thing, but I still had a lot of fun. Like I was able to I was saying like different ways to say 2 lines. I was giving them different results, like being in a character voice, and then I sent him a recording, like a whole bunch of recordings of my regular voice, and I just pretty much did the rundown. I was like, okay, here's the first recording. That's me using my character voice and saying it in all these different ways. And then here's the second one of me in my regular voice saying it in all different ways. So use them as you wish.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And are you using the same like methods of when you prepare for acting that you do with voice acting, or is it completely different, like a different experience?
It is a different experience. I mean, like for voice acting, you're just sitting in one room. You're sitting in a booth. Like for me, I'm in here. I'm sitting here, and I would do auditions, and then, or if I do get the part, I would actually just go ahead and do it. It'll take me hours. I'll sit in this room, or I'll be standing, and I'll be saying all these lines. I'll be saying paragraphs and paragraphs, and just recording and making sure everything sounds good, and then I send them all of that, and then they edit the way that they want to edit it. And for like as far as acting goes, it's like actually showing up to it, unless the audition is like a video audition.
Yeah.
Which is a bit easier to do because you don't have to like drive anywhere, go miles and miles for anywhere. So like
very cool. I don't want to interrupt you, but the crackling noise is getting a little louder. So before we get into the comments, I'm just gonna mute everybody, and then I'm gonna unmute, so just to make sure that maybe it needs to reset. We really are having a great conversation, and I hate when things don't go wrong, right? So let me just make sure. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully, I don't think that fixed it. But again, I apologize. But let's go into the questions, okay, Josh? We have a couple questions from people. Let's see. We have the first one is, Josh, if you could go back to your 18-year-old self, what advice would you give yourself?
The advice I would give myself. Well, at 18, I made my first trip overseas to Europe. So I think at first I would tell myself, do everything out there, see everything, go do all these trips, meet people, learn the cultures, eat their food, all that. And then the next thing I would probably say to myself is whatever you got thinking in your mind about what you want to do with your life, just stick with it, because it's going to take you down many roads. It's going to open up many doors. You're going to meet a lot of people. You're going to meet a lot of, people that share the same passions as you. So make sure you just go with it and don't be scared. Go and bring that confidence you always had and bring it to whatever room it brings you to. And then just keep growing. Don't stop. That's what I would tell myself.
That's very, very good advice.
That's great.
Desiree, are you able to see the questions as well, or should I read them all?
I'm looking at them now, but you can read them. Just
All
in
right,
case.
let me read them. I'm just gonna mute you for a second so we don't get the crackling noise. I think I
was gonna say that helps.
Figure it out, Desiree. Figure it out. There's always something with us. Sorry about that, guys. We're still learning. We make this happen when we can. So, but we're perfectionists, so we want to make sure things go right. So what is the next question? Let's say, what voice actor really inspires you? Michael Patty is asking you that question.
Michael. What's up, Mike? Who inspired me the most in voice acting? There's actually 3. So when I was in high school and I was playing those games, I was playing games like Uncharted and The Last of Us, and I was so fascinated by those games and how they were created, and like I was so attached to those stories and the characters. and I just wanted to be like that someday. So I mean, that's what really got me started in this path. So the people that inspired me are a couple people from those games. So guys like Nolan North, Troy Baker, and someone that you might know really well, Andy Serkis, who played Smeagol and all that. Oh, my precious type,
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
He's
those are the two.
well-round actor, and I really do like all the stuff that he does.
He's
Now
in the new Batman movie.
he is. So, what do you think of the new Batman movie? Do you like it? Do you watch it? Since you're a superhero.
I did watch it. I did watch it recently. It was a really great movie. It's got really good action sequences and it has a good story. So I mean, if you like both things and you actually pay attention to especially story, I mean, you're gonna enjoy it more. And
Right.
It's really a different take on all the characters, and for me, who personally played the Riddler also in the Batman fan film. I thought it was pretty neat to watch this take on the Riddler as well, because it's we share a little bit of similarities with our takes on that character, but it was pretty
Who
fascinating to
knows?
watch,
You
especially for
could
me.
be you could be the next one playing Batman. You know what I mean? Like they do one every 5-10 years. So
Hey, that's the thing about this job. It's like you might fit for a role that you would have never thought you would fit in, and then
Exactly.
it's possible. It's possible.
Exactly. Well, speaking of talented actors in things that are happening because of the Oscars and the Oscar party that we're gonna have. So one more I think we have two more questions. The other question will be is that one's actually from me. What would you do if you won an Oscars? Right? Like what would be your first thing to celebrate?
I mean, if I won the Oscars, I would. I mean, first I would tell everybody that I know,
Right? That you
right off
won
the
an
bat. It's
Oscar.
guess what I won? I won an Oscar. but I mean, I think what I would really want to try and do is after winning one, I would come back here, in my hometown, and actually celebrate it with the people that I care most about, and friends, families, things like that, because it's really a golden achievement to receive.
Right,
So
right.
it's really a nice thing to have. Not everyone gets one. It's it's a really nice thing to be able to say that you have. So
Very
I think
cool.
that would
Very
be the first thing I do.
Oh, that was a fun one. That was a fun one just because of the Oscars. But the last question that another question came in. Josh, I gotta tell you, you are popular because people really do like you because they don't usually ask this many questions. Let's see. This is Kathy Lewis, Ian's mom. I remember Kathy. I know you remember Kathy.
Hi,
She
Kathy.
is asking, where will you be taking the motion capture class? And it's nice to see you guys, she says.
It's nice to hear from her. Where I'll be taking the motion capture class is actually in New York. So
Okay.
they literally just opened their new studio there not too long ago, and I went on their website and I wrote them a message. It's like when it's open, let me know. I'll sign up. I wouldn't hesitate about it. And they did just that. As soon as the building opened up, ready for classes, they sent me an email and they said that we're taking our first classes for the intro class, and so right then and there, I signed up. I didn't care how much money I had left,
That's
right
right.
now. So I was like, you know what? I do have money to spend, so I'm just going to throw it, right into that, and that's where I'll be starting my classes. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, we really do hope that they go well and that you have a lot of fun. Kathy says that's awesome. Best of luck to you. She's still watching, Josh. I'm telling you, you are popular around here. Let's see. Oh my goodness, the questions just keep coming. Let's see.
Yeah, bring
Maybe
it. Give me all the
Desiree.
questions.
Yeah, if you can check on the other platforms, because I'm not sure if I'm getting all of them. But if I do, that's great. let's see. The other question is, what is your favorite genre to perform? So comedy, drama, horror. What do you like? What do you like?
I mean, probably comedy, because
Okay.
yeah, because I crack jokes all the time, and like, don't
You
take me
do.
seriously all the time.
They're not always funny, but sometimes they are. Sometimes they are.
Yes, sometimes I might go a little overboard, like me, and like like I have some dark humor, yeah, for sure. But like sometimes I
Uh,
just don't stop myself. I just keep going. But I would say comedy.
so comedy will be okay. Cool, cool. And now I have someone that's saying, um, do you see yourself in science fiction roles? I think everybody does,
Definitely,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Do you
Science
like
fiction,
science
yeah,
fiction?
I do. Yeah, that'd be really nice. Actually, it would be like, for me, it would feel like I'm winning the Oscars if I won a part in science fiction. Like,
Okay.
things like Star Wars. Like the posters you got back there. Like, it would be fun to be in that world, and I'd be, I would be like so, you know, choked up. I'd be like, I want to tell you everything. Like, if I get a part in Star Wars, I want to tell you everything, but I know I can't. But like, it would be so awesome to be a part of
Right.
that
So you're gonna have
universe.
a part in Batman because you're gonna be the next Batman, and you're also going to be in Star Wars. Oh my goodness, that's why you're winning the
Oh,
Oscar.
oh
You
my
know.
God, yeah. Yeah, I
Uh,
start tomorrow.
all right. Let's see another question. Natasha is saying, oh, she says that she sees you in a Western. I see that
Mm.
definitely. Yeah, you have that
Yeah,
look.
I would like a good Western. I do have
It
a
could be a
cowboy hat.
comedy, Western, science fiction all in one. You know.
Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all. I
I
mean,
just
I
gave you
actually
an
did.
idea. See, I just gave
Yeah,
you an idea.
yeah, I know. But
Very
I mean,
cool.
I did a little short skit of a Western with Mike Patty, and his
Uh-huh.
girlfriend Gillian. Like, they had like these ideas for like a little Western, and we did. And that was a lot of fun to do. I mean, it was a very small thing that we did. It was more than 15 seconds. So, but it was a lot of fun. It would be nice to be in a Western, like a feature length or even a short film. It doesn't
Okay.
matter. Yeah.
What did she say? A better version of Cowboys versus Aliens. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That was not a
Do we
good
get
one.
the what? There's another like the science fiction question.
Yeah.
Because
That'd be
someone
nice.
asked, "Do you see yourself in science fiction roles?" But I think we caught on Star Wars. But yeah,
Yeah, that was the Star Wars
Yeah.
one, right? Desiree
Yeah,
loves
yeah, yeah.
Star Wars.
But
As you
even
can
if it,
see.
even if it, yeah, I mean, even if it wasn't Star Wars, like if it was just something that, you know, like builds like a franchise or something, like how Star Wars
Just
did.
just
It
just the
started with a
franchise,
simple
that's it.
movie. Yeah, it started with a simple movie. Like, if it just carries on to something bigger, that would be awesome. Like, to be like an original for something that's in the science fiction realm.
Right. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, this is gonna be a
this
long
is great.
conversation, and I'm okay. I'm excited. That means people are watching. That's good. Hear me
Yeah,
out. Another hangover movie, says
hangover
Melinda.
movie.
Is that your sister?
Huh?
Is Melinda Bidwell your sister?
Yeah, yeah, that's her.
Yeah, she says
Okay, I always
another
forget.
hangover movie. Yeah, I can see that. I
Another
can see Josh.
Yeah,
Hangover Part
definitely.
4.
And
Part 4.
Brandy says science fiction ninja.
Yeah, yeah.
I can see a ninja.
That's my nickname she gives me.
Okay,
Ninja.
all right. I'm very glad people are commenting. If anybody else has questions, I mean, feel free. I mean, we don't have a limit on these shows. We could be here, just talking to Josh pretty much. But if you have more questions, definitely. I think we fixed the crackling noise, so
It's
thank
my
you very
stupid
much.
microphone.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. That's all right. That's all right. Last
I
time,
unplugged my
I think
microphone. That's the thing. I think that's
that's
what
all
fixed
right.
it.
We try to do things the right way, and sometimes technology does not work for us.
I'll have to look into that.
That's all
Yeah.
right. Sometimes my video goes black, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Listen,
When
we're
I did
doing it, right?
when I was doing like my first few sessions in voice, I had technical
Mm.
difficulties here too. Like, I had a different laptop. I didn't even have
Mhm.
this microphone yet. I had a
Right.
gaming headset that I was wearing with a microphone, So I mean, I worked with what I got, but like sometimes the software that we use, whether it was Zoom or Skype, it just wouldn't work. Like my laptop was a fossil, and sometimes it would work, and then like the following week it wouldn't work at all, and it was just oh my god.
Yeah,
My laptop is a legacy, so it's like
Yeah.
and we're all learning. We're all learning about the newest ways of communicating. But I'm glad we're doing this. The one I'm gonna let you, Desiree, do the last question since I muted you for half the show. Okay, you know the
no,
question.
that's okay. I have to look into my microphone. That's probably why it was crackling. I don't know why.
That's
But,
all right.
Yeah. So usually we.
Well,
Yeah.
hold on. Before that question, I just have one more. Before was that what? How important? How important is it for you to network with other filmmakers and other actors? Um, and how has that helped you with the projects that you have been doing? The importance.
Well, I think it's very important to network with people that do this for a living, because like if you show them good results and you show them the perfect results that they're looking for, they're going to keep that in the back of their mind. Like they're going to know that like this guy is good, this girl's good, like they have something. And when a future project comes around, they might want to bring them in for an audition. They might want to bring me in, for instance, but an audition, see how things go. And it's important to know these people, because maybe someday they could even suggest others that they know that they have a fresh face here, and it's like they have something special. And if you want, we can bring them in for you to audition. It's just like, but it's very important. And like when I was first starting working with you, Luz, it was great to learn and to grow. And when we went to those meetings over in Easton, that's where I met Daniel Roebuck, and he knows I exist.
That's
but
good.
And that's all it takes sometimes.
Yeah, that's all it takes. It's like, you meet them, you have a good conversation with them, and it's like, that's how chemistry is made. But like I met a bunch of other people there that love what they do. It's like being in a room filled with everyone that's passionate about what you're passionate about, and you're able to have all these conversations, and you can talk to them for hours. And I mean, that's kind of how I was able to like go in with confidence when I made that commercial for the IBEW nicotine.
Right. Yeah, that's
So,
with people that you met there, right?
Yeah, it was with Ubifire. I met those guys. They were great guys, and like Craig and JV Earl, and it's like those guys were a lot of fun to work with. And I auditioned for them a couple of times over, during that time frame. But it's just you work with a whole bunch of great people, and you just never know where it might take you later on in the future.
Yeah, and I think that's what you will go places, Josh, because you are one of those people that likes to network and likes to show up, right? And show up on
All the
time.
time.
So that's the key. You got to show up on time and show up just very with the eagerness to work. But I'll let Desiree ask the last question that we always ask our filmmakers and actors, and then we'll close the program. Go ahead.
Yeah, so our last question is, what advice will you give to someone that's just starting out in the industry?
So the advice I would give, I'm actually helping a couple people like trying to, crack into the industry, like people that have really wanted to, do this sort of thing, but never really got the chance to.
Mm-hmm.
And now, since they know me, like I try to help them out. I would just find them parts, being extras or whatever, but and I would see what kind of skills they might have. So like we would do like script reads together and just kind of go from there. But the advice I would give to them would be to, do all these searches, find local filmmakers if you'd like. That's pretty much where I got my start. It was like, I knew people that wanted to start making something and started making great projects. So like if you could, find people like that, like you guys, if they wanted to join you guys in your future projects, I think they really should. because like I said, you never know what kind of paths it's going to lead you, what doors it's going to open, and it doesn't hurt to ask for help. So as long as this is something that you want to do with your life, and you show that confidence and motivation, that's what you need. Like that's the equation that you need to show to people and give them what you got, and don't stop searching. There's a lot of us filmmakers around, not just in this area, but like further out. But people are always looking for fresh faces, fresh talent. So if this is something you really want to do, I'd say reach out to them in some way, shape, or form. If they got websites, go on their websites, see what they entail, like see what their story is, and then just keep going from there. And then just build your resume. Get a website going when you have all these things coming up, and just give it something that you can show to people. It's like, yeah, this is what I've done. I've done this, and just keep going. Don't stop for nothing. If this is what you want, go get it.
That's great advice. That's great advice, and work hard. Work hard, and I think that's what you're doing. You're a great example of this area. If you have seen a movie around here, you have seen Josh Bidwell. So that's the kind of guy that's always looking for stuff. So that's really good to hear. And I'll just double check one more time to make sure that there's no more questions pending. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and to Josh's point, I mean, we're all here to help each other and support each other and collaborate with each other. We want everyone to succeed. It's not like one and only person just doing whatever. It's like we're here to help each other and collaborate on anything and help the area to succeed and help everyone to succeed.
Yep. Exactly, and everything helps, and that actually wraps it up very, very good, Josh. Thank you for that. I just wanted everyone to know that we're very thankful that you're watching. I mean, we have about 20 people watching Scranton Talks right now, and this is good because this keeps the conversation going. If there's any filmmakers or actors, performers out there that want to be on our show, just send us an email. Actually, send us a message on the Independent Film Creative Hub, where you'll be able to see past talks as well. I believe we're on Spotify. We're also on Apple.
Yeah, we have our podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
We're everywhere. We're on YouTube. Desiree does a really good job putting all the talks on a podcast form. So you have no excuse that you couldn't watch it. You just have to listen to it on your phone while you're driving. So definitely learn more about Josh as well. I did put his Instagram here so you can see. And also subscribe to our Creative Hub, ourcreativehub.com. You'll be able to see, again, previous talks. And we have a network where we show streaming films, streaming, projects, anything that you want to see and learn. Other than that, Desiree, is there anything pending that we need to? Oh, yes. Hold on. Let me look at my notes.
Yes,
Desiree is going to talk about the festival. I forgot about the festival.
It's a big weekend next weekend. We have the Northeast Pennsylvania Film Festival coming next weekend. Opening nights at the Waverly Community House. Saturday and Sunday of next weekend is at the Ritz Theater in Scranton. Some really wonderful films from here locally and across the country and around the world. Opening night is with Stephen Karam, who wrote the film The Humans. He will be speaking, moderated by Helen Lavelle, and he is originally from Scranton. So if you have the chance, go see Stephen Karam on opening night. They're having Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Dan Yeager is supposed to be there Saturday night. And then Sunday, we're opening with the Mystery Box Film Challenge premiere, where we'll show all the Mystery Box Film Challenge participants' films and crown the winner who won Best of Show for the challenge as well.
Ooh,
so
that's going to be
go
exciting.
to their website at nipafilmfest.com to get your tickets if you want to come next weekend.
Yes.
Come see me.
How much are the tickets? I think they're like $20 for the whole fest.
Just for one block. If you just want to come Sunday, it's $20, but there's different depending if you want to go all weekend or just Friday, or it depends. So
very cool, very cool. I'm very excited to do it. Is it a 12? The mystery box? That's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, Mystery Box opens Sunday at 12 o'clock at the Ritz Theater in Scranton.
Very cool. Very cool. So everybody, I hope to see you there. It's a great place to network as well. We were just talking about networking. I mean, that the festivals don't happen very often in this area. So we gotta make sure that when there's one, that's the time to network. And you never know who you're gonna meet. You never know who. I mean, really, you can just come and see Desiree and myself. I mean, that's if that's one thing that you want to do, we will be there probably the whole weekend. I'm not sure yet,
Well,
but
we're definitely going Friday.
yeah, definitely Friday and for the mystery box. So
yeah, we'll definitely be there Sunday and probably Saturday.
Very cool. All right.
I'll
well,
be there Sunday.
Oh,
There we go.
Josh, you just gonna be there Sunday?
Yeah, as far as I know, I'll be there Sunday for sure. To see the mystery box play out and all that. So I'm really that's a definite.
Sorry, you broke up for a second. Say that again.
Oh, I said yeah, I'll be there Sunday for sure. Seeing the mystery box play out and all that. So I'll definitely be there for that. That's a definite.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up. Don't forget. Let me just put it up. Don't forget about that Oscars party. If
you
have
nothing going on and you're watching the Oscars, don't watch the Oscars alone.
Yeah. Last time we had about 2 people, but that's okay.
And I don't 4.
2 left, but that's okay. We're still gonna do it even if it's Desiree and myself. I know Tony will probably be there, so we'll be fine.
We gotta play bingo.
Exactly. If not, I'm gonna get the extended waiver code for the mystery box. So
yeah, come on, guys. If you're gonna participate next year, get in on the code. If you win bingo for the first time, here you go.
Exactly.
It's also a great way for people who want to get into the industry to start out. It's be a part of mystery box projects.
Mystery box is not only for professionals; it's for anyone who's I want to make a film for the very first time. Here you go. So
you'll get to learn a lot of things.
Anybody can do it.
Exactly. All right. So I'll check one more time if there's any questions because you're very popular, Josh.
That's the most questions we've ever had.
I think so. I think this is the longest show we had. But what we're gonna do? That's all right. Excuse me. I'm going to show your promo again. We're gonna leave people with that. And again, don't forget. I think I already did the close of the show. But thank you again, everyone, for joining. Let me just get this promo ready, and then we can. Thank you, Josh, again for being able to come to the show. It was very, very nice seeing you again.
Thank you. It was nice seeing you guys.
Yeah, all the progress that you have been making as an artist. Okay.
Yeah, it was nice seeing you guys too. Thanks for having me on the show. It was a lot of fun.
You got it. All right, let me put this promo.
Sorry I was late. My car wouldn't start.
No, payroll dock you accordingly, but that's not why we're here. It's your classical music.
My music?
Yeah, you seem to be the only one who won't enter the modern age. So I mean, word got around, and it got to Hunter, who mentioned it to me. We would like it to maybe turn it down, or maybe even completely off.
But
off would probably be better. Just to avoid anything in the future. Okay.
Okay, but
we want people to avoid saying that you aren't working.
okay.
Really, at a meeting? We're adults, for Christ's sakes. Hunter demands respect from us. He deserves respect from us.
Stay awake next time.
No, there may not be a next time, Nick. You get one shot. You get one more shot, Nick, because layoffs are coming and you're at the top of the list. Now get back to work.
Well, this party officially sucks.
Take your stinky feet off my coffee table, so. I needed a career, but I could not afford a college degree. Then I heard about the apprenticeship at IBEW 375. The IBEW NICA team gave me free training, so I had 0 school debt and I've been getting paid from day 1. Electricians are in high demand, and now I have a great career ahead of me. So if you're like me, and you're looking for a fulfilling career, contact the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 375 today to get started.
Barry wants the blue square nouveau. Look, Barry's plan is for you to pull the fire alarm, and then I grab the painting, and then we saunter out into the confusion. It is the easiest heist we've done. Or so Barry says.
Oh, at least he's giving us another chance after that whole necklace debacle.
This brilliant last-gen action-adventure game is criminally underrated. Enslaved, Odyssey to the West, explored. The game is set 150 years in the future post-apocalyptic world following a global war. It is loosely based on the Chinese novel Journey to the West, published in the 16th century during the Ming Dynasty and attributed to Wu Shangyin. You don't want to come across this schizophrenic evil villain, Professor Pig, explored. All the superheroes are known to deal with different kinds of evil villains, and Batman is no exception. One of the weirdest, most insane characters ever produced by DC Comics, Professor Pig. Dead Space franchise explained. Dead Space is one of many games in the survival horror genre in which you are trapped in a dangerous world filled with monsters, but it's evident that this is something special from the minute you're thrust into the center of the action and the heart-pounding start to the bone-chilling finale. Remember when we went to Cannon Beach last year, and I came up behind you and I tried to kiss you on your neck? Remember? You pulled away, and that wasn't the first time, but you already had one foot out the door, and after you left, I needed to go to somebody that can help me cope. Because you weren't there. And I knew that this was coming.